In the depths of a dark, unforgiving forest, a violent shift occurred. Jax, a modern man in a charcoal grey hoodie, plummeted into the deep, unforgiving mud, clutching a dead smartphone. Lost and bewildered among ancient, looming trees, he had no idea where he was. Then the quiet was broken by the sound of gasping. Jax stumbled upon a dying monarch lying in a muddy puddle, wearing a golden crown with red gems and a heavy red velvet fur-lined robe. But as the king took his final breath, Jax stared in sheer disbelief. The dying man's face was an exact mirror of his own. With the dead king's body still warm in the mud, a dark thought crossed Jax's mind. A greedy smirk spread across his face as he reached out and claimed the crown. Shedding his modern hoodie in a hollow tree trunk, he struggled into the heavy, regal robes of the monarchy. Stepping out of the forest with a bold, regal gait, the Imposter King strode confidently toward the palace. There, he met the Queen, who was clad in an elegant emerald blue gown and pearl necklace. Jax played the part to perfection. He held her hands, whispering words of false love, and shared a superficial kiss for the court to see. But the facade did not last. The moment she turned away, his loving smile twisted into an expression of absolute boredom and cynical greed. Lounging lazily on the throne, the Doppelgänger king cast a calculating eye over the royal treasury, ready to govern with deceit. In the cold, shadow-draped halls of the palace, the queen's torment had only just begun. Clad in her emerald blue gown and holding her pearl necklace, she stared at the royal clock, her eyes wide with anxiety. And there stood the king, or rather, the imposter. Jax, the Doppelgänger king, wearing the crown and red fur-lined robe, whispered fake, condescending concern into her ear. His hollow expression masked a dark, sinister betrayal. The severe mother-in-law pointed her crooked finger, her angry words striking the queen down like physical blows. Dragged to the freezing courtyard, the queen stood barefoot on the ice-cold stones, shivering under the shadow of the bleak palace walls. Then, the cruelty turned to poison. The imposter presented a goblet of dark, thick liquid. Her hand trembling, she drank, her face twisted in intense pain and sickness. And while she suffered, Jax leaned against the wall, laughing at his own reflection, making a cruel mockery of her agony. But everything changed on one fateful, quiet morning. Dusting the empty bedroom, the queen pulled back the heavy red velvet duvet. There, on the bedsheets, lay a used, dripping latex object. Shock quickly turned to cold, burning focus. Digging through Jax's hidden chest, she unearthed a silver pouch. Inside, a modern, colourful vape, a dead smartphone, and unopened foil packets. She tested the dry condom, pouring water from the silver pitcher. It did not leak. The realization hit her like a bolt of lightning. It was all a trap, a decoy to break her spirit. But she kept searching, and when the dead smartphone screen flickered to life in the dark, the receipts were laid bare. Images of Jax, the false king, embracing palace maids. The deception was over. Stepping into the royal council chamber, she held the evidence high. The shocked lords watched as Jax stammered, sweating and panicking, before the guards dragged him away. Stripped of his robes, Jax was cast away to a desolate island, left to explain his broken vape to a bewildered seagull. And the queen. She sat upon the throne, her emerald gown catching the sunset, crowned as the true and rightful ruler, bringing a new era of prosperity and light to her people. But little did she know that not everyone is happy of her victory, and more episodes of suffering awaits her.